Yeah. Hi. Good morning.
Hi,
I'm
good
audible.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are audible. Good morning, madam.
Yeah. Good morning. Okay. 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 So yesterday, we were doing a Postman API, right? So we were executing the Postman API. So any doubt in executing the Postman API? So we have created the workspace here, right? So are you able to understand that document? Issues. Okay. Okay. So now we are in REST API batch 8 a.m. Okay. So we are in this workspace. Okay. So whatever the work we do here is belongs to this batch only now. Okay. So now we will understand. We'll start understanding different features which we have here. Okay. Okay. So now if you look at here we have a collection. Okay. So why we required the collection? First question. Okay. And what are all the advantages it is providing us in maintaining our services? Okay. So if you click on this collection, okay, so it will provide you this option plus symbol. Okay, like we can call it as an additional symbol. If you overview on this, so it is telling you to create a new collection, which means that if you want to create a collection, you have to click on this now. Okay. Okay, just click on this icon. Okay. See here, after clicking on this, it opens this tab. Okay. So I will name it as a maybe Postman APIs. Okay. Postman APIs. Okay. Fine. Okay. See, observing this. So for this collection, we have a authorization tab, we have a prerequisite tab, and a test tab, variable tab, and we have a runs. Okay. Okay. Come here. So in this collection, if you look at here, you have a three dots here. Okay. If you click on that, it is giving you the option what are all the things you can do with this collection. So you have a option of share, you have a option of move, you have a option of run collection. I will tell you later, okay, where we use this option. Then the very important concept here is we have a option of add request, we have a option of add folder, we have a option of mock collection, monitor collection, etc. Okay. So now what we will do is I will go here, I will click on this add folder. Okay, I will click on this add folder because it is the collections giving us giving a facility to create a folder here. Okay, I will create it here. And what I will do, I will name this folder as a get. Okay, I will name this folder as a get. Again, I will go here, collection level. I will click on this. I will name this folder as a post. Again, I will go here. so on. Okay, I will click on this add folder and I will create remaining methods. Okay, then fine. Then what I will do, I will go now to the folder level here. Okay, see, for the folder level also we have a three dots here. For the collection level also we have a three dots here. Okay, so now I will go to the folder level and I will just overview on it. I will click on this to check what are the options available. Okay, see, I have a option of add request, add folder, run folder, rename, and duplicate, and finally delete. I have all these options, or I have all this access to perform at the folder level. At the collection level, it is different case. It will giving you some more option. Okay. So at the folder level, what I will do, I will go here, I will click on the add request. Okay. I will just name it and I will leave it. Okay. Fine. This is one thing. Okay. I will create one more collection. Here what I will do, I will create a multiple request. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So I will expand this one and this one. Okay, let me add some request here in this folder. Add request. Okay. 1 second, guys. I will come back. So within that, what is the advantage of creating like this and creating like this? Just think of it. Okay. So what is the advantage of creating in this way, and what is the advantage of creating in this way, which is preferable way, means which one you are feeling, we can follow this approach, we can follow this approach, like that, which approach you guys are feeling. Just 1 minute, I will come back. So just think of it. Okay. Yeah. So which one is, which one you're feeling it's, more organized, or which one we can continue?
The first one, madam, it seems more organized. Data is organized in folders. It seems
Okay.
better.
Okay. What about others? Yeah, let's be interactive, no? Otherwise, I will get bored.
Yes, the first option is the better and
Okay.
organized way because all the get requests will be there in the one folder and all the post requests within the one folder. So for other people,
Mm.
it will be easier
Mm-hmm.
to to get
Yeah.
all the information at one place.
Yes. 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 Okay. So what's happening here is, so why so interview question. So if they ask you what is collection and why it is required. Okay, we can also have a request, without creating the folder and all, we can also have a request directly, right? Why we require that, like that, if they ask you. Is all this information you have to provide for them. Okay. So what's doing here is, so this collection is helping us to organize our request more systematical way. Okay, so we are organizing our request systematical way, so which is helping us to get the information, as soon as possible. Means if you want to get all the result of all the get request. Okay, for example, some requirement is there, they're coming like, they're telling like, yes, I want to know how, post requests are working in this project. Okay, so how many post requests are passing, how many post requests are failing, I just want to report of the post request. So what happens if you are maintaining like this? Okay, if you are not organized your request systematically, so what happens is, if they are requesting for the post request, you have to sit and you have to search for where is post request. Okay, okay, you're searching one by one, one by one. Okay, here it is a post. Okay, let me run this request. Okay, take a result. Okay, and sending them. Again coming, then again searching like, where is post request. Okay, it is there. So okay, let me run this, and again sending them the result. Okay, so on like this, whatever the APIs you have, in that you have to sit and you have to, search for it. For example, if you have a 100 API, you have to sit and you have to search all the 100 APIs to get the post request where exactly it is available. Okay, so for in that case, for execution itself, we have to hire one more engineer, right? So that is not a good approach. So whatever the work we are doing inside the organization, we have to optimize in such a way that it should consume less time. Not only this execution, okay, whatever the execution, if it is a selenium execution, if it is a UI execution or script execution, whatever the work you're doing, finally we have to, achieve it, within a small amount of time only. We have to give a result for them. Okay, that is what we have to achieve whenever we are working. Okay, so if it is taking a lot of time, means obviously this is not a good approach. Okay, for example, in an sometimes if they are following completely the API testing approach, there will be lot of requests, right? So in that request, how it's possible to sit and, look into the each and every request. So if they are requesting for any particular services, means by mistakenly, if you have, missed to execute the service, means maybe it may create some issue in the production. Okay, that may also be chances. So here what happens, here we are systematically arranging the request. So we are creating the get folder, and in the get folder, we know that all the get requests will be available. Here also, we are creating the post folder, and we know that all the post requests will be available in this post folder. Okay, and if someone is coming and if they're requesting like, I want to know the all the get request, result, all the get requests are working fine or not, so I want to know that result. If they're asking like that, it's not possible to sit and, search for the request. Simply coming to the get folder, and we know that all the requests present inside the get folder is belongs to the get only. Okay, so we will come here, we can run at the folder level also. Okay, see here, run folder. If we run this folder, all the requests which is available inside that get folder will get execute, and we can able to get the result. Okay, and here also, all the, if there's someone is requesting to run the post folder, yes, we can run it and we can get the result in a single execution. Single execution is enough to get the result of the all the number of requests which is available inside that folder. So here we have to go through, for example, if the 50 request belongs to the post, and if we want to get the result of the post request 50 times, we have to execute here. Okay, so this is what the advantage that we have over the collection. Okay, and so this is what the advantage we have from the collection. So that's why collection is very important. Working with the collection is very important. Okay, so so now what we will do. Okay. Okay, so now anyhow we are created here get a workspace, right? So get a workspace we are created. Okay, so now you guys can tell me, just observe. If you don't have this URL means I will just provide you. Okay, but open this URL, I will provide in the chat. So what endpoint I have to take, what base URL I have to take, and what are the parameters I need to specify in order to work with a get workspace. You have to guide me now. Okay, you can make use of a chat. If you can't unmute yourself and speak means you can in chat also you can specify. Okay, okay, I will go to the where is that Postman API? Yeah, Postman API here. Okay, I will go here. Hmm. You can also try, like you can also create your collection with this also. Okay, create a collection with this API. That also you can do. Okay, so we can work on the later collection creation. Now you can work with a workspace. Okay, get a workspace. Click on the get workspace, or else click on get all workspaces now. Okay, so click on get all workspaces. Click on this documentation part. Understand the document. Hmm. Tell me what URL I have to use in order to get all the workspaces. So get all workspaces means, see, I will tell you the scenario. See, I have list of workspaces here, right? I have a list of workspaces here. I want to have a that list. Okay, I want to get all that list. I just want to know with the service. Okay, what are all the workspaces we have, so that whenever we are getting this detail, we are able to see the idea of that. Okay, so by the time we can able to fetch the particular workspace as well. So in order to get that all those details, first we have to get all the workspaces. Okay. Hmm. Quickly tell me, just make use of a chat, guys. Okay. Hmm. Observe carefully and tell me what is this, till this, what is this, which URL I have to take, and what are the parameters I need to specify, or none of the parameters should I need to specify, or what are the protocols I need to follow. Don't be quiet, okay? If it is long, also no issues. But I know, let's be interactive. Otherwise, I just woke up now. I will get again sleep if you guys are quiet.
Ashwin, can you go to that screen HTTPS
This one?
for this
Okay.
one? It is HTTPS /API. Web post.
Hmm.
I
This
think that
one,
is
Venu?
yes.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the URL you are telling, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I will just rename it as a get all workspace. Get all workspaces. Okay. So this is the URL. Okay, fine. Next.
Yes. If possible, you can check any authentication if it is required. Or,
Authentication. Okay. Okay. Authentication. So you're telling I need to specify authentication, right?
yes.
Mm. Okay. So we give it. I will
Like if
come.
yesterday's auth code is working properly, not required. If not, just
Uh, okay. I have to specify the authentication. I mean to say, you mean to say like, to work with this service, we have to pass the authentication details like that you're telling?
yes, authorization auth code is called.
Okay. So what about
Yes, we need
others?
to generate a API key for that.
Okay. Okay. So what about others? At least yes or no, you just ping in the chat. Do we need to generate the API key? Is it required?
If it is expired,
Uh-huh.
if it is not expired, we can use the same thing. If not, we need to generate again.
Okay. So means compulsorily we need to use it or not?
We have to use it now here.
Why? Why we have to use it compulsorily? Hmm. Why we have to use it compulsorily? We can simply take this request and we can execute it here, right?
No, I think
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what about others?
Without authentication, it will not allow us now.
Uh, okay, so that is correct. Okay, so yeah, okay, so when like in interview, this is how they make you confused. Okay, see, even if you guys are telling the correct, so they will ask you, cross check. Okay, because to check, how how confident are you in answering the whenever they ask some question, how confident are you? Whenever you are telling a true also, they will just double check like this. They will do. They will just try to change your way, path of telling the answer. Okay. So by the time you should tell in confidence. No, no, we have to give authorization because it is something like I have already given you example, right? For example, you are planning to go first inside a temple, or you're planning to go movie. Okay, so without the ticket, without ticket, how they will allow you to get inside the theater, right? So in the same way, okay, so if you want to get the information which is available in this network, in this service, or this in this endpoint, so simply they will not allow you to get this. Okay, for example, see here, so see this, since it is a get request, we don't require the body. Okay, because see, we don't require a body and all here. Okay, because body is used only in the post and put when we are creating a data inside the server. Okay, so when we are passing some data inside the server, then only we are using the body. So now we already have information inside the server. We are just you know getting it. We are just extracting it. Okay, so we are just requesting it to provide the information which is already present inside that. Okay, so in this case we don't require the body and all. So what happens here, I have this URL. Okay, I'm not performing any authorization now. Okay, so I will save this and I will send this request now. See, authentication error. See, 401 unauthorized. Okay, so invalid API key, and they are suggesting a message that every request requires a valid API key to be sent. Okay, so each and every request in organization also this is what. Okay, see, because we have to be very secure with the services. Okay, You have to be maintained very. For example, you are using a payment gateway services. I mean to say, in your application, maybe your application is like a shopping cart, like that application. Okay. For example, ours is a insurance based application. Okay. So in that we have also maybe integrated many payment services like a phone pay, Google Pay, etc. etc. Okay. So in that case, if you are not maintaining this security, means this authorization and all, so it's very difficult, right? Anybody can hack it. Anybody can, make use of it, that services, right? Anybody can use that services. So that's where only authorized person can be able to access that. Okay. So otherwise it's not possible to get the information from that services. So now what I will do, so x API/key. So I have a key here. Yesterday we copied it, right? I will pass this value. Okay, we'll do the authorization. Okay, now I will send my request. It should be 200 now. Okay, 200 series is nothing but successful. Okay, so now it's 200. See, what are all the workspaces I have in my list, all the details will be visible now. See here, workspaces. Okay, so now tell me how this JSON looks like. Hmm. That's what, okay, why, started JSON language and all initially, because to you should be able to understand when we are receiving the response. Okay, don't need to worry. Again, I'm going through all the concepts once the links changes for the actual class. Okay. Okay. So now tell me, yeah, how the JSON looks like. What are all the things
So
you are able to observe here? Hmm.
so the workspace is the object and which have the values as an array.
Okay. Workspace is the object or workspaces is the key?
Sorry,
Key.
yes, the workspace is the key, which having
Okay.
all the values as an array list.
Okay. Okay. See, this is the main object. For this object, it is a key and it is a value. Value is of type array. Correct? Okay. So why we have declared array here? Why we have made, value as a array?
Because we have multiple workspaces for which we have multiple values, not a single value
Okay.
we have.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Great. Great. Okay. Fine. So now, okay, if you observe here, so each and every object has its own information here. Okay, so we now see here. So name of the workspace is REST API 6 AM. So it is of a type personal and visibility is personal and it has its ID here. Okay, so now if you look at here, CQC workspace and workspace name, so many workspaces we have. What are all the workspaces I have here? So all the workspaces here, I'm able to, I'm able to get the information of all those workspaces here. See, while running the automation, many duplicate workspaces created. Okay, but in this, we can, collaborate with Postman and we can, inform them. Okay, what we can inform when there is a workspace available with the same name, so they should not allow, to create a workspace with the same name. They should have some, what is that validation part, correct? In their services, they should add some validation part saying when already one workspace is available with the same name, the service should not allow us to create a workspace with the same name. See, many duplicates are available because that service is allowing us to create a duplicate also. Okay, so that's why we can collaborate with the postman as well, guys. Okay, that that option is also there. So we can with the postman. So the postman is also a company, right? So which is an open source application, right? You can also contribute your if you want to contribute a scripting part or if you want to contribute for the services, you can also do that. So here, where is my 8 a.m. batch? Testing, 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 testing. Postman workspace, Azure workspace. Okay, yes, it is here. Oh, last it is. Okay, okay. See here. So name of the workspace is yeah, AST API 8 a.m. batch, and for this ID created one, this one. Okay, and type of the workspace is team and visibility is team. Okay, so then now what I have to do, I will create here. Okay, let me have this request like this only, response like this here. So I will create one more request here. Okay, get workspace. So now we have to get a single workspace. Okay, so now go to the documentation and ready with the we have to specify to get a single workspace information. Okay, let's see, I am here receiving list of workspace information, right? So in that I have to get a single information, single workspace information. Okay, so close all these things. Just refer the document and tell me how I have to get the single workspace. You can specify in the chat, guys. Okay, so here I will rename it as a get workspace. Get workspace. Okay, so go to the document and observe here. So where is that API? Get a workspace. Okay, okay, let me click here and go to the documentation.
So in
Click
the URL, we
on
need to provide the workspace
uh-huh.
ID for which we need to get the information. That
Okay,
workspace ID we need to provide.
okay, means which workspace we are interested to get the information, that workspace you are telling. So
Yes. Yes.
okay, okay. So now what I will do? Okay, then I will take this. I will take this URL and let me execute this first. Okay. Okay. So here they're handling in dynamical way. So this part and all we'll study later. Okay, now just I will pass directly. So this is something we they're handling with the variable concept. Okay, so I mean to say, if you don't want to specify the information directly in the URL itself, we can handle those information with the variable concept. Okay, or we can handle with the variable concept and all. Will be start from the actual class when starts, right? So by the time we start learning of it, so now okay, so what I will do, I want to get the information of the my 8 a.m. workspace, right? So I will take this ID. Okay. See, if you observe here, why they're taking ID alone. See, if they can also take a name of the workspace, right? They can also take a type of the workspace, right? They can also take a visibility of the workspace, right? So instead of that, why they are taking ID alone to get
The
the
ID will
particular
be unique
information?
because
Okay.
ID is the only value which will be a unique.
Uh-huh.
Workspace
Okay.
name or the team, obviously those can be have the
Yeah.
same name.
Yeah, very good. Okay. See, for each and every workspaces, if you look at here, so ID is the only one parameter that is, giving us the unique value. Okay. See, if you observe the name, type, and visibility, so I already told you guys, name also they are not, keeping some restriction for the name also. Okay. We can able to create a duplicate workspace as well in the services. Okay. But usually they have to provide that validation because, if duplicates is so much of duplication is happening means it will not good, right, in the workspace. But yeah, they are not maintained it, we can also write them a note of it. Okay, but here what's happening, if you want to get some particular workspace information, is id is the one, it is having a unique key value. If we specify the name of the workspace, what happens, again it start ambiguity issue. Okay, okay, like she's telling that get the information of the postman workspace, but in the postman workspace name there are two workspaces available. So which one, not a two, three workspaces, four. Okay, four workspaces is available on the same name. So I'm no, I'm getting confusion that which workspace I need to get the information. No, like that, service will get confusion. Okay, so in that situation, only ID is the contains the unique key value. So we are making use of ID to get the information. Okay, so you can take a general example, guys. So not only here in real time also, for example, say suppose okay, so we are attending we are going for the college. Okay, so inside the college, inside the classroom, there may be a chances that two students have a same name. Correct? It's not, while, from the registration and all, if someone has joined with the same name and if some other student is coming and joining for the college, it's not possible to tell, no, 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 we already have that student who is having the same name, so we don't allow you to register like that. They will not, it's not possible to say, right? So there may be a chance that two student is having the same name. But how to differentiate with them? So that's why, usually when in the colleges and all, when they, take attendance like that, so they usually starts with taking the attendance with the student id and all, right? So why? Because the id, student id is different. Maybe two students is having the same name, but it's not possible to provide the same student id, right? So student id will be different. So with the help of the student id, they are able to get the information of the each student. Okay, so this is how. So here also in the workspace also, with the help of the ID only, we can able to differentiate the, even though if the workspace is having the same name. So this is how we have to differentiate. Okay, so I have provided the ID as they are requesting in the URL. And then I'm saving this request. If if you're not saving this request, it will delete. Okay, when you close this tab, it will automatically get deleted. So always remember, you save the request whatever you are working. Okay, so just send it. Oh, see, each and every request want us to perform the authentication, right? Simply it will not allow us to take the information. Okay, save it. Okay, you can also save the response. See here, you can also save the response, but how you can save? One, save as an example, or you can save it in a file. Okay, you can also save it as an example. It will, like this. If you, save it as an example, here it will create a result like this. Okay, so if you come here and observe the see a complete information about that workspace. Just expand this. Okay, so ID and name, type, description, created by, updated by. Okay, this is the ID for my account. Okay, so this is the ID for my account. See, I have created it as a team, right? So usually in organization, what happens when they created it as a team? Okay, so it will be accessible with the different members. Okay, so for example, there are like this. Okay, list of some services is there. So that list you'll be getting here. Okay, they have created separate list here to get the one particular information of the list. So if someone is coming and updating means that list, so here it should be available here. Since I'm only updating, so here it's giving a track like created and updated like that. Okay, here what happens when we are working in the team. So okay, created, who has created this and who has done some changes here, like that it will show here. Okay, so that we can track if we are working a five, for five members all together for the same project, who has created, who has done update, all this information it is able to track here. Okay. So for example, if I am working and if some other working, like just I'm taking example, like for example, Venu has come here and he has changed some data here and he has executed it. And when I'm coming and when I'm seeing, all the team members could able to see that who has updated recently on these services. Okay. And created that and updated it. See, all the time also it is tracking here. And what are all the collections available? Okay, observe carefully. See, we are getting the information of this workspace, right? This 8 a.m. workspace. So in this workspace, what are all the information is available, all the things it is able to execute here. Okay, so in this workspace, okay, so we have two collections, right? Already, see, it is able to give us that. See, one is it has a two collection here, and one is a trial, and it has a ID this and it has the UID this, and one is Postman APIs, and this has a ID this and this has the UID this. Okay. So if we have some environment information, if you have a mock server information, what are all the other information, if you were having this, it will be giving us here as well. So basically, in this workspace, what are all the activity we are doing, we are able to track here. If we give the ID of the particular workspace and if we extract it. Okay. So as of now, we have till we have a workspace and we have a just collection here. So that's why it is giving us the result of till this. Okay. So after covering all the part like environment, mock server, everything, after that, when we execute this same request, that time it will be adding this environment information, mock server information in the response as well. Okay. So that's we will see later. So understanding this, right? We can able to work on this. Understanding? So the main thing is you have to understand the document. Okay, for the practice purpose, I will just give some website. Okay, so this is Pet Swagger services. Okay, so I will just paste it in the chat. Okay, so this is the Swagger document. So in this we have a multiple services. Okay, so if you want means you can create authorization and use the authorization information in each of the request. Okay, if you don't want means then leave. Okay, so see here guys. So we have our pet APIs, we have our store APIs, we have our user APIs, we have a tag APIs, we have a order APIs, we have a category APIs. Okay, so all these APIs available. So this is a Swagger document. Okay, see under the models we have all these services. Okay, so here for example you're working with a pet. Okay, so what you have to do, I will just show you the example. So have this document and start working on this Postman. Okay, so for example, okay, so I want to search for the pet. Okay, I want to search for the pet by providing some status. Okay, so I will expand this. Okay, so just read the document. See, being a test engineer, see, testing is very easy. API testing is also very easy. Only the thing is, we should be able to understand the document. That's it. Okay, so here, what is this slash pet and find by status? What is this?
Resource path.
Okay, which is resource path? Okay, fine. Wait, guys. So, whenever you are extending this, okay, whenever you are extending this, first you have to do what you have to do is click on this try it out button. Okay, so click on this try it out button. Okay, so then it will give you complete information. Okay, so what it is telling is just carefully observe. So it is using some parameters, means in the URL it is using some parameter. So that is of type query string. Okay, So that is of type query string. So that is why it is, giving like parameters. Under the parameters, see here query. Okay, so query string it is providing, and it is a mandatory information. That's why they are made it as a required in the red color. Okay, so when you're coming, so you have to expand this and click on the try it out. After to click on the try it out, you have to execute it. Oh, okay, I'm very sorry. See, they are specifying it as a required, right? So you have to select here. Okay. Hmm. You have to select uh, what status you have to get the information. For example, here say pet slash find status is there, right? So here, which status you want to execute? Is it a available status? Is it a pending status? Is it a sold status? If you want to get the sold pet information, you can select the sold. If you want to get the pending pet information, you can select the pending. If you want to get available pet information, you can select the available. Okay, so I'm selecting available, and what I will do, I will click on execute. Okay, okay, so here, okay, observe carefully. See, this is the request URL. Okay, so this is what you need to use in the request. Okay, so how it is, see, https pet stores dot swagger.io slash v2. Okay, so till this is the base URL protocol, and it's a domain name till this. Okay, so this is all like a resources. Along with the resources, what is this find status?
Query parameters.
Uh-huh.
Query
Key
parameter.
value.
Query parameter. Key values.
Yeah.
Query
So
parameter.
Eval.
okay, so this is a query parameter or query string. Okay, so how we can identify this as a query string? See, I have a resource path here. For this resource path, the value we are giving, extra information we are giving, with the question mark. So we are started with the question mark, and we are specifying status is equal to available. The status may be anything. It is a available, or it is a sold, or it is a pending. Okay, so what are the information we want to we want to extract? Accordingly we can change the value here. Okay, so take this request URL. After taking this request URL, and response should be of the application JSON, and request should be in a application JSON. Okay, see here, observe this curl URL. The method is get, and URL is this. Okay, and in see this H represent header. Okay, so header we have to, so header is accepting application slash JSON, which means that, see, carefully observe. Okay, so this is the get method, right? So here in the Postman you have to select the get method like this. Okay, while creating the request, you have to select the get method. Okay, so apart from that get method, what they're specifying, next part. Okay, this is the URL. Okay, so okay, you are copying this URL and you are pasting it here. Okay, see, observe carefully. When I'm pasting this URL here, automatically under the params, what will happen? You just observe. Okay, how Postman will identify the query parameter, just check. See, okay. See, Postman is very smart than us, right? So immediately when I'm giving this URL here, so it has identified that this find by status is the query string. So it has the key value here. So let me add that key value here. Okay, we are not writing here, right? It is only adding here. Under the params, we have a query params information. So in that query params, what is the key, what is the value, like that it is specifying. Okay, so the next, so they are specifying that here. This is done now. So next part is, okay, in the header, so header is accepting application slash JSON, okay, which means that here inside the header, usually automatically it will give us the application slash JSON. But if it is not specified, okay, it's our duty. See, it's not specified here, okay, so it's our duty to specify here. So in the header, it is accepting application slash JSON. They are specified like that, right? So H means header here. Okay, come here. So let me specify the content type. Content type. Okay, go down. Content type here. Application slash JSON. Okay. Hmm. And send the request. Okay. All the information will be available. Fine. But in this also, just give a trial and error. Okay. So what we have to do? Apply the authorization concept here. Okay, try to apply the authorization concept. See, you can use the API key, special key to test the authorization filters. Okay, just they're providing it, right? Just for the practice purpose, if you're able to use this concept, and if you want to work means, you can work. Or else, just for the practice purpose, first you have to get a hold on this, just handling this part. Just directly start working on this. Okay, and here after coming here, see, server response 200 and response body will be given. Okay, so the same thing we are also received. Server response is 200 and we have received all the information. Okay, and if you come down, mm, response header should contain all this information, right? Okay, maybe we contain all this information. See, what is the response header? I've already told you. So in the request also, we have a headers, we have a body. In the response also, we have a headers and we have a body. In the body, we will get all the body information, response body, and in the headers, see here all this information. Yes. See, whatever they're specifying, we are receiving it here, right? Okay. Uh, Fine. Okay. And if it is an invalid status value, we will get a 400 series. Okay. Okay. Let me check that invalid status means. Okay. I will give the status as and I will send the request. Hey, what's happening? It's got a 200. Okay. Null it is giving. Hmm. Sometimes with the dummy APs, we can't expect much. Okay. But
Ma'am,
at
we
least
didn't send the API key, but still, did we send the API key? No, right? Still, we got the response. How?
okay. Okay, yeah. See, in this, they are not demanding us to must and should you have to make use of a API in order to get the services, right? See, for what happens, guys, this is all a dummy APIs, right? Means we don't have a application of this. See, when it comes to Postman and all, these are like a real-time application. Postman, GitHub, all these are the real-time application. So obviously, they will use for their services, authentication information. So this Swagger, whatever we are using, this is like a dummy data, means dummy APIs. Somewhere in the cloud, they are maintaining some information. Within that, we are just playing around it. Okay, so they are not. Yeah, we can also do. See here, I've informed you right initially only. Like here, yeah, here. If we are created with authorization information, then maybe it was asking us to perform the authentication details. So we have not, created that, right? If we are not creating also, it is allowing us to work with that. Since it is a dummy API, no problem in that. But whenever we are working with a real application, real-time applications, by the time obviously they will, must and should they will demand us to, perform the authentication. Okay, so later on we'll be working with the GitHub APIs as well. Okay, so by the time yeah, you will get to know. Okay, there also we will be using a auth2 authentication. Here we are using a API, right? So but there we will be using a auth2 authentication. We'll see that later. Okay, understanding, right, why we are not using it here? Hmm?
Ma'am, did not get. Can you repeat once again the last one?
I mean to say, see, this is just a, dummy API, right?
Oh,
Okay.
regarding the authorization, I mean API key. That's what,
Ah,
right? Okay, okay. We got
yes,
it.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Mm, okay. Hmm. Okay, guys. And then anything else, you know, today's concept understood or any doubt?
Understood, ma'am.
Parameters. Okay.
Hey Harshil,
Yeah.
this is Jasveer.
Hey, hi.
Uh,
Yeah, just wait.
yeah,
Where were you
y-
yesterday? You're not joined, right?
yeah, why? Because it's like I have something sometimes like in this time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like for 9:30 to 10:30 for me. If you
Okay.
start new batch little early, maybe which is like your early or maybe 1 hour late, like at this time. So I'm happy to join that batch because I
Okay.
already paid for yoga classes. So that time is like my yoga classes start like exact
Mm-hmm.
your the exact time. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why I'm thinking, what can I do now?
Oh,
So
you have enrolled, Jasper?
no, I didn't enroll yet. That's why I
Okay.
didn't enroll yet. So I'm
Okay.
waiting for new batch. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to join this API class like that training. So because I'm working on Postman, so my next
Mm-hmm.
project is like a rest assured. I have
Okay.
some ideas, but I have to dig deep more
Mm-hmm.
with like a frameworks and how we can use the
Okay.
GitHub, Jenkins, and everything like end-to-end framework. How we can develop end-to-end framework with like a
Mm-hmm.
use the API. So that's my
Mm-hmm.
goal. So please let me
Yeah.
know when you start new batch.
New
Yeah.
batch, yeah. So we already running the 6 a.m. batch now, but it's
Mhm.
almost it's completed. Like 50% is completed and 50% is remaining. So
Mm.
actually, this batch we planned for the 7 a.m. of IST, but most of the people has requested to start for the 8 a.m. IST. So then we have changed that batch timings to 8 a.m.
Oh,
IST.
first is the 7
Mm,
a.m., right? That will be like
yes.
a, that is good time for me, 8:30. Yeah, 8:30 to 9:30. But it's
Mm,
fine. I mean, mm,
uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
will, actually, I will talk to my yoga teacher if she can like move because the another part is it's in the morning 6 o'clock, so I have to wake up early in the morning 5:30. But I will check with her if she can move my
Mm-hmm.
classes, then I will join over here in line. Like this is like
Mm-hmm.
a 9:30 for me. Yeah, 9:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
join.
Okay.
That's why I'm little confused. So I'm thinking if
Mm-hmm.
I can join new batch, but I don't know when you start new batch. So I
Mm-hmm.
want to join this. So I will talk to, yeah, yeah. I will
Okay.
talk to the admin and I will let the admin know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Yeah.
Definitely
Okay,
I will
Jasmine.
register because I need like a to get this
Mm-hmm.
API
Okay.
done as soon as possible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks,
Sure.
Harshit.
Okay. Okay, Jasmine. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Anything else, guys? Anything else before winding up? Others
Harshil, I
have any
have one
doubts?
question. Yeah, Harshil,
Yeah,
Shabana.
Shabana. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
Shabana.
so do we get this session recorded session, or are you
Yes, yes, yes.
going to share the material?
No, yeah, I will be sharing the material as well when the actual class starts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So by the time, what they will do, every day recording they will be uploading in the drive. So that's their responsibility, and my responsibility is to share the notes of that particular topic. Okay.
Okay.
So just wait for this week, guys. Okay. So from maybe from Thursday, they are going to start the actual batch. So within that, we just refer this demo videos. Maybe will be available in the YouTube. From Thursday or Friday, we start the actual batches. Okay. So when they start the actual batches, no. So by the time what they will do, so they will create a drive, Google Drive. So in that drive, all the videos will be available. Okay, so daily basis, they will just upload the videos inside the tribe. So you can, you can watch the videos whenever you require.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay, yeah,
Thank you.
Harshil,
so
I have a quick
yeah,
question about the framework. So when we
okay.
build the framework, so that's based on like a, you have any like a, we are using dummy APIs, or you have like a any APIs from your work or something like that?
Yes, Jaspreet, we are using a dummy APIs only here.
Okay.
Like which is available means open service. What are the services which is available open? So before
Mm-hmm.
what I was doing is I was using a Google APIs. It's okay, but
Okay.
now
Okay.
that Google APIs is a big hectic to use because they made it as a we have to purchase it before using
Mm-hmm.
it. Okay,
Mm.
but before it was freely available. Some of the APIs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now by considering that just for the anyhow whatever the organization we follow, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that remains the same, okay, for
Mm.
which whatever may be the services. Just it's difference in the services.
Mm.
So hmm,
And
what I will
another
do is
question,
mm-hmm,
if like I have any question about my framework, can we discuss in this in the class? Like if I have any like a small issue with my framework, I'm facing some
mm-hmm,
issue. So
mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yeah. Like after the class hours, we'll have according to
okay,
my time and according to your
sure,
availability. Then
sure,
we'll have a word on that.
sure.
Okay.
Thanks. Mm.
Yeah. So just a quick
So,
view. So like this, they just will create a will create a
Harshil.
different folder like this. Okay. So
Yeah.
in
Sorry.
that just so they will create a drive like this. For example, this is a 6 a.m. batch. Okay. And I will be uploading the notes, right? When it comes to rest assurance here. Okay. So all the restrictions. Hello. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So
Harshil, one
okay,
more
this is
question.
how. Yeah.
So for the automation, which framework are we going to take up for this session?
We are using a TestNG framework only in this. Okay.
Oh,
So TestNG framework you are using, but if you guys required means at the end of the completion of the course, just will give a overview of just how you can adopt the Cucumber framework for this framework that we can give a overview. Okay.
okay. Okay. Thank you.
So anyway, remains the same. Just here and there, some plugins and some future file and step definition that you have to adapt for the current framework. So we can do that. Just I will give a overview at the end of the course. Okay. Hmm, check them. Okay. Yeah. Anything else, guys? So just if you are if you are in a plan to enrollments, just plan for it because from the Friday maybe they are starting actual classes. Again, it's like if you're planning for it late and means again I have to go for the same topic again and again, right? So it will be good for me as well to start it. Okay. Okay, guys, just take this URL, just work on this. Okay, so all the APIs will be available here. Not only this pet, some other APIs is also available like a store APIs, user APIs. Okay, all this models is available here as well. Just refer the document, just work on it and let me know tomorrow. Okay, what issue you have faced and how you resolved it, or else or if you're facing some issue also, just let me know. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine then. Take care. Yeah. Anything else?
Ma'am, you don't do weekend matches, ma'am.
No, dear. I don't do weekend batches. Why? You want to
Like
join for the weekend?
no, like many of my ex-colleagues, no, because there are so many cheaters available because I got cheated at so many institutes. So like it's
Mm-hmm.
like an awesome place to learn something. So like just wanted to know from you. I mean, know from the management via you that many people will get benefited from this. Like if they get a chance to enroll for the courses. If they are not able to
Mm-hmm.
join the weekday batches, they can at least join the weekends. So
Mm-hmm.
like many people don't know about this
Mm-hmm.
institution and the courses. I mean, they're just awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Mansa, just I will think of it. I will just check with the management and I will let you know. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So, anything else, guys? Anything else?
No, ma'am.
Okay.